This is Justin AMZN, taking a look at the 5 minute on February 25th, 2020. We've got yet another sell off day, and we sold off right from the same area that we got into yesterday. We opened higher, obviously, which you'd think that it's opening up higher. It's going to be a bullish retest gap. Nope, it very quickly broke down. Actually broke down really quickly to the 2013 price, came back up and almost retested 2025.57, and then just crushed lower. Didn't act as cleanly as yesterday, where you had so many wicks getting up into levels and down in levels. It wasn't as clean, but it still moved really well with these levels. It did push past the 1990 price, down into 1972.50, and I thought there was a chance we were going to get kind of the same double bottom that we got yesterday, and instead we came down here and started to go up and then just rolled back down, and this trapped a whole bunch of bulls looking for the same thing. That's what I thought was going to happen. It happened yesterday. Why not happen again today? Really, this double top played out nicely with a hammer as a retest of neckline. That sent things lower. We had a really nice rally from down here, bullish engulfing, high wave candle, break higher, just continued on up. And again, almost came right up into our level right here before rolling over again. Didn't get any squeezes, except for right at the start of the day, which was actually a really, really nice one to push things bearish. So getting into, I didn't change this over to today. I'm going to move these in a little bit. These are the same ones I looked at yesterday. So 2100 calls, cheap, didn't really move too well. And 1900 puts. Now these actually moved okay. So right as we were getting that squeeze, it was between like the $3 and $4 price. Easily could have picked up 4x3, and even probably 350 by 250, and just held on to that, and would have been a really nice, however many hours you want to take, basically, to get out of that kind of a trade. If you're in it 4, you can take out, take it up to 6, and there's 2R. Take it out, keep going to 7. It did pull back a little bit. You can just hold on up to here. You could have held through this big retracement, which would have been really probably somewhat painful, because you could have exited, for 6, 7R up here, and then to give back almost all but 1 just for it to continue rallying higher. I would rather just reload in an area like this. And so this was from 1045 to 1145. And that's where it was making this double top in here. 1045, 1145, it was doing a double top. So it gave you some really nice levels to get in bearish. And then even this this hammer here at 1210, looking at the puts, 1210 was this candle. So it almost can't, like it definitely came back into this neckline. It's a little bit pricier here. I would probably have wanted to do something like 7x6, but I would have had a little bit of uncertainty. It was going to just wick down here and stop me out right at 6, just because you're not getting the same level here. It was going a little bit directional. It was making some higher lows through here, and it actually matched up pretty well to making lower highs on the 5 minute. So it's nice to see the options moving directionally well with how the options moving directionally well with how the stock is moving. So other than that, there wasn't too much. There were some nice levels here, but again, if you had bought here, you lost. If you bought here, you lost. If you waited and bought down here, great. What kind of gain could you have had? Let's go look at the calls at 1015, 1020 and see. Let's get a little closer than this. This is 2100. Obviously, they're really cheap. Let's look at 2050. So 2050, that's a nice hammer. That's a really nice hammer, actually. About $1 range on that. So you could have been getting in 7x6. That actually would have been a nice setup. 7x6, take that up to 9, even 10. And it worked. And then later on over here, wait till it gets down to around 6 again, where it didn't hold that level. I mean, if you were getting in at 6, 7x6 again, it went flat and then stopped you out. and you lost an R. Some of you got 3, lost 1, and then you're like, okay, it's got to bounce. I mean, it should bounce, right? You wait till you get some engulfing candle like this way down here. It's got some higher volume coming in, and you're getting in on the next candle. So let's say you got in at 135. I did not do this, by the way. 135 should have. So on this candle, you're getting in the same thing, 7 by 6 again, because it actually, it actually reversed here. 7 by 6 again. Hold that up to 8 or not. Well, no, not 8. That's only an R. You get the R back maybe, or you hold on to 9, and you got 3 here. You lost 1. You made 2 more. So overall, 3 minus 1 plus 2 is a 4-hour day. Now, if you only held on to get that R back, then you had 3 minus 1 plus 1, so you're back at 3. So that could have worked also. Now, if you're doing that and trading puts the other direction, really any number of puts you wanted. I mean, or any number of R's you wanted through here, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, especially from over here, a lot of stuff made sense here. If you go a little further away, so let's go to 1850 and just see how crazy expensive things have been. A lot lower volume. I don't like the volume at all. 2 by 1. That ran up to 4 or 5 even. Yeah, 5. Came back. 3 by 2, 250 by 150, and that continued to rally. So even going way out of the money, there were opportunities. So we'll probably look at 1900 puts again on our next video. We'll bring this back in, and then probably look at 2050 again. So I don't know which way it's going to go. It's just going flat here. We came back a long ways. We needed to. I really do like that we're back in a consolidation area. It's easier seeing it hourly. I was looking at that yesterday, I think. So, we actually pushed through. So let me just zoom in on this. So we're consolidating through all of this before we broke higher. That was after earnings. We came right back into that same zone, mainly yesterday, pre-market yesterday, during yesterday, and right at open today. And actually yesterday we broke below it a little bit with a couple of hammer type candles in the hourly. Nice hammer here, nice hammer here. There's some hammers coming in. People are buying this back up, but it looks like there may be some more bearishness to go. On the daily, I think we'll hit probably about this 1940 or even 1925. I think that's our next target, either of those. Probably 1925, nice round number. And that'll just about bring us right back into these highs. Consolidate a little bit in here and bounce, or flash down into or not, have a, move down into this and then some rallying off of that, because I mean, that means we've closed this gap, which isn't the most bullish, but it's given people a second chance to get into this thing. And, anybody who's ever bought Amazon was profitable up here. So, some selling is going to come in. We'll just see if we sell so much, if we get into this range, there's a potential we could come way back down in here. So I'm just thinking through that. I'm a little bit reminded of this and how we broke out, came back down, came right back into the lows of this range. And I'm thinking fractally, that's similar to this, where we broke out and then we are coming back. And what if we do come all the way back down into this area? That would be getting into probably 1800, 1700 range. If we do that near term and flush all this way down, 1775 is down in here into these candles. This one actually came right back into these lows. That would mean really getting into the low 1700s. And then the question is, if we were to push into 1600s, could we keep going lower? So I don't know, but this is still a bullish trend overall. And so it's okay if it keeps pulling back. I really want to see it bounce. I want to see this just continue to rip higher and do something like this move. Now we're talking much faster if we are going to have a breakdown from here to here, and then we start rallying like this out of it. But we've had big candles like this, you know, we get them. And a lot of times there's some sort of inside or recovery bullish candle. And so, you know, there's been some bullish, you know, another gap down, a fade up, gap down, fade up. So, you know, we also had this one where it's a gap, you know, gap down and still is a bearish candle. More selling comes in. So, you know, there's more stuff further to the left here that we've done this kind of sell off. Not this one exactly, obviously, but this kind of sell off. We're filling the gap, it looks like. And we'll just get directional when we get down into some of these 5-minute charts and figure out best way to trade these. So right now, today there was more of a downtrend. We'll see if that continues tomorrow, or see if we stick to bounce. Hope this helps. This is just AMZN. Thanks.